Ladies and gentlemen, good morning and welcome to Skyman TV, the Tourist Man Black Africa. There is a serious political war looming between the Kalenjins and the Kikuyu. There is serious differences emerging between the leaders of the mountain and the Rift Valley. And the genesis of this is the division of revenue, the allocation of revenue. And what we have is that the people of the mountain have continued to insist on 1 man, 1 shilling, 1 vote. But their Kalenjin counterparts can hear none of this. According to them, the revenue should be divided as per the geographical region. It is 1 shilling, 1 kilometer. So that is the difference. When William Samoei Ruto took over the power, aliwaahidi Wakikuyu ya kwamba wao wangenufaika kutokana na serikali yake. Aliwaahidi ya kwamba kungekuwa na mgao sawa, mgao ambao unafuata haki, mgao ambao unakubalika wa pesa. Lakini kulingana na vile sasa mambo yalivyo, tunaona ya kwamba wale kutoka mlengo wa bonde la ufa hawakubaliani na nadharia hii, kwa sababu wao wanataka pesa zigawanywe kulingana na maeneo, kulingana na ubali. This is very, very interesting. How William Samoei Ruto is going to navigate this, only time will tell. So far, William Samoei Ruto has not commented about the same. So far, even yesterday when he had a joint media interview, hatukuona akitaja jambo moja ambalo linahusiana vile ambavyo pesa zinafaa kugawanywa kulingana na wingi wa watu au ubali wa kimaeneo. And I believe this is something that can tear UDA party apart. A place like Kamega that is densely populated, a place like Ruiru that is densely populated, Kiabu, Nyeri, and many other places, I think there is no way that they are going to accept anything to do with 1 man, 1 kilometer, 1 shilling. And when you look at it, there is nothing in the constitution that allows the division of money according to population. Lakini kile ambacho tunaona kwamba kuna that formula that is there, I think 45% according to the formula to the population, and then according to poverty index, which percentage according to geographical regions. Lakini ukiangalia utaona kwamba maeneo ambayo ina watu wengi yanategwa, maeneo ambayo ina watu wengi hayanufaiki. And I believe Kenyans will be very, very keen to see the reaction of the president and Rigathi Gachagua, because this is a fault line. This is what we call a political fault line. This is something that, if not handled with care, will bring serious problems. Kwa sababu unapomsikiliza kwa mfano Githunguri member of parliament, Gathoni wa Mushoba, wakati ambapo alikuwa anahojiwa na Spice FM, alisema wazi wazi kwamba hakuna wakati ambapo watu wa Mlima Kenya watakubali mtindo mwingine, mbinu nyingine ya kugawa pesa. Lazima kuwe na haki. Lazima watu wa Mlima Kenya wanufaike. Again, this tells us that UDA is not speaking in one language. This one tells you that Kenya Kwanza is headed to the headwinds. There are strong headwinds ahead. And people like Mudavadi, unajua wao ndio ambao wanasimamia sehemu za Mlebe Nation. Kule sehemu za Kakamega kuna watu wengi, kule sehemu za Webuye kuna watu wengi, Bugoma vile vile kuna watu wengi. Kwa hivyo vile ambavyo watafanya si jambo ambalo tunaona linaweza kumfurahisha labda William Samoei Ruto. And what we know is that most of the leaders are selfish. And you know, politics is just about interest. And what I know is that the people of the mountain, the voters of the mountain, jambo moja ambalo wameapa ni lazima liwe liwalo, mvua inyeshe, jua liwake, mwezi ungae, lazima pesa zigawanywe kulingana na wingi wa watu. There is nothing you can convince the people of the mountain. And if William Samoei Ruto is not going to do this, he can as well forget the people of the mountain when it comes to the re-election. And this is something that can make him lose the elections. And I believe this is one of the reasons why in recent past we have seen William Samoei Ruto approaching Raila Amolo Odinga. Although we may be reading too much from the 3 meetings that you have seen moja kule Nyandarua, handshake pale Kasarani, tena tukaona pale katika uwanja wa mchezo wakikutana pale katika chumba maalum wakiwa na Babu wa Mwamba na William Samoei Ruto, na pia tukamwona Raila Amolo Odinga pale. This could be maybe one of the reasons that is making the two people come closer. But all said and done, all said and done, this is one thing that is going to unite the opposition and the government. Kuna watu ambao wako katika upande wa upinzani, kuna wengine wao katika mlengo wa serikali, lakini kulingana na wao itafika mahali ambapo you have to start with the truth. We have to start with your people, kwa sababu hatuwezi kuendelea kuwa tunasimama tunaongea tunasema ati tunafanya hivi. You must do everything in order to give the services that your people badly deserve, kwa sababu watu katika sehemu hizi kuna kile ambacho wanatarajia, kila wapiga kura kuna kile ambacho wanatarajia kutoka kwa serikali hii. And now that Gachagua has come out very clearly talking about a shareholder company, a limited company where only the shareholders have preferential shares. Only the shareholders can benefit from this company. Then that is why you see people agitating for this. Na unapoangalia vile vile tunaona wakati ambapo William Samoei Ruto jana, wakati ambapo aliulizwa maswali kuhusu swala hili, kampuni lenye hisa, kampuni la hisa, tunaona akikwepa swali hili kabisa, alikwepa kabisa, hakuweza kujibu swali hili. Again, when he was asked about the issue of jobs allocation, the issue of maybe appointment to the cabinet, appointed to government positions, tunaona kwamba yeye kusema kweli hakukataa kwamba kuna mapendeleo. And you know, the journalist told him very clearly that he's the head of state and the symbol of national unity. No, when it comes to appointing people from one region, from one community, then that symbol of national unity loses its meaning. Kwa kile ambacho tulione jana wakati ambapo rais alikuwa pale katika ikulu akihutubia taifa kuhusu masuala mbalimbali, kile tuliona ni kwamba he was trying to save the face of the government, which is losing popularity every day. That is what we saw yesterday. We saw a firefighting mission, because kile ambacho alisitiza sana na akapewa muda wa kutosha is the defense about the 3% salary reduction. And he did not convince everybody. He did not convince Kenyans that this is not tax. And if it is compulsory, then it's not tax. Again, even the issue of NSSF and NHIF, the president failed to convince Kenyans kwamba they are getting value for their money, they are getting value for their taxes. Kwa kile ambacho tunaendelea kuona ni malalamiko hapa na pale, kila mmoja akilalamika, Wakenya wakilalamika, bei ya chakula ikizidi kupanda, bei ya stima, gharama ya stima ikipanda kila uchao. Na the finance bill that he was talking about, I think when you listen to William Samoei Ruto, you realize that he doesn't have room for negotiation. And it makes nonsense of presenting the finance bill to the public as it's required by the law. Because it is his way, I've always opined, on the highway. And when you look at the people of the mountain now here, a time has come now to make hard decisions. A time has come also to start with your people. A time has come when you should tell the president that you're not going to support his policies, if at all. The people of the mountain are not benefiting, because what business do you have in supporting a government that is exploiting your people? You know, the people of the mountain, kusema kweli, how do you bao wanalipa kodi ya juu sana? Indeed, Nairobi, that is dominated by the Kikuyus, give almost a quarter of the taxes in this country. Indeed, most of the businessmen, most of the businesses are owned by the Kikuyus. Most of the people of the mountain and in the diaspora counties like Nakuru and Naivasha, watu wanalipa pesa nyingi sana. Lakini sasa wakati inafika ni wakati wa kugawa pesa, kugawa zile pesa bazo zimeokotwa na serikali, then I don't know why the people who are contributing more should not benefit more, because that would be very, very unfair. And you know, it is good we understand that democracy is the worst form of government. Unfortunately, you don't have a better alternative, because this is where we have the will of the majority prevailing with respect to the views of the minority. So here, the majority's views must be the one that is going to prevail, and the majority are the one with many people. The majority are those counties, those regions, those constituencies that have many people compared to others. So let's see how the government is going to navigate this. Let's see whether it's going to create a wedge between William Samoei Ruto and Rigathi Gachagua, because already what we have is that the people of the mountain and the people of the lake, they are not seeing eye to eye. There is discomfort in the mountain. There is a feeling of betrayal. People say that if William Samoei Ruto is not going to start with them, they're also not going to start with him in 2027. So let's see how things are going to unfold as we continue watching and waiting. Because if you ask me, William Samoei Ruto is confronted with a political situation that we call approach avoidance. In one hand, you want to approach the issue. The other hand, you want to avoid the issue. The Kikuyus want him to approach the issue, and the Kalenjin want him to avoid the issue. I don't know the stand that he's going to take, because he has to take a stand. Sababu kama kiongozi yote yule lazima awe na msimamo. Mie ni wenu, nawatakia siku njema, alamsiki.